felt the round would be very difficult to box in. But you know something, I think we might see an early knockdown here. Cowdell seems to go a little tight here. I think he's in awe of the champion.
Cowdell, in fact, has not even so much as broken a sweat yet. And that is rather unusual. You want your fighters to get warm in the dressing room.
That is the key, bro. You've got to be loosened up because one punch, through all the excitement and the intensity of the fight, it's very easy to get shaken by an early punch.
Salvador Sanchez, a relentless kind of fighter. In fact, Sports Illustrated said when he fought Ruben Castillo, and I quote, "a brilliant display of non-stop, aggressive, and classic boxing." Those are the words of America's top sports magazine on Salvador Sanchez, who you're looking at right now on the right of your screen in the red trunks with a white stripe. Pat Cowdell, the challenger from England, wearing white trunks with a blue and a red stripe.
There's no perspiration on the champion Sanchez either. I think it's going to take him a few rounds, although once he hurts his opponent, most definitely he's going to take him out.
Sanchez all business in the boxing ring. Unquestionably his most impressive victory coming against Wilfredo Gomez in his last fight. He hurt Gomez in the first round of that fight. Left hand up on the bridge of the nose of Pat Cowdell. First punch of the fight that is really scored with any great kind of intensity at all. Didn't hurt Cowdell a bit.
What I like about Sanchez is his concentration, his eye contact. He keeps his eye on his opponent, watches him very, very carefully.
Sanchez, the aggressor, Cowdell up on his bicycle here in the first round. Looping right hand scores on the face of Cowdell. Cowdell did cut in his last fight. And in fact, even early on here, there does seem to be a little bit of, right now, what I call pinkness over the left eye of Cowdell. And we, of course, are just coming up on the 2-minute mark of round one.
This is pretty much still a filling out process for Sanchez. And as the rounds go by, he get a lot looser and far more effective.
That cut that Cowdell suffered in the last fight was as a result of a butt, not as a result of any kind of punching. And one of the 2 losses that he suffered was also as a result of a cut. Going downstairs and then coming upstairs with the left hand. And a fine uppercut right there also scores to the chin of the challenger. And there is a definite puffiness over the left eye of Pat Cowdell. Ticking down to the 15-second mark as you see here in round one. This is for the featherweight championship. Pat Cowdell, first man from the Midlands of England to fight for a championship in 30 years. And 3 damaging lefts there by the champion Salvador Sanchez. Round one is over.
Let's take a look at Pat Cowdell. He's come through the first round. Pat Cowdell has his own little house renovation business there in England. He hasn't really earned enough money to earn his way merely by prize fighting. You can hear what's going on in the corner.
Once you get a one, you're on. Take a bit of confidence with me. People determine
The corner is very calm. They're whispering to him as well as the corner has a wire in there.
Sanchez on the right, Cowdell on the left of your screen. Cowdell in the white trunks, first round belonging to the champion.
You will see more punches thrown this round because both fighters begin to warm up now.
Sanchez very active, bobbing and weaving. Sanchez really looking every bit the part of a champion.
Well, he's a technician. He takes his time, and I think what he wants to do now, he's getting a little over anxious now, and he's pushing forward.
Stalk his opponents. Most of those punches landing in the arms and the gloves of Pat Cowdell.
Normally Sanchez is a very patient fighter. I don't know the reason why he's rushing himself, because there's plenty of time to figure out a strategy, a very effective strategy against Cowdell.
Well, in fact, he has been behind in most of his fights. The Gomez fight was really the one exception. All the fights around the Gomez fight against Laforte, Perez, Castagnone, even a little bit Castillo, he was behind and really didn't take command until the 5th or 6th rounds. very little offense. That seems to be the story early on here.
Well, the punches that Cowdell did land, they were very, very light punches, so I don't expect him to even daze Sanchez at all.
Chopping right hand scored pretty well that time by the champion. Up over the eye of Cowdell. And that would have to start to concern Cowdell pretty quickly. We're going to have to keep an eye on the left eye of Pat Cowdell. It is not cut, but it is a little bit puffy.
Cowdell's best bet is to try to out-punch the champion, because I doubt if he can knock him out.
Sanchez really does look all business. One of those three punches scored by Sanchez, the right hand to the side of the head. Sanchez, too, if and when he does get hit, he has a great ability to recoup between rounds, and that's really something that's important to any fighter.
Well, Sanchez is a well-conditioned champion. He's ready for any round.
Two left hand score on Cowdell by the champion. Sanchez, another right hand to the side of the head, and that came behind the body punch. Sanchez getting a very good exchange right there. End of round 2.
Take a look at some slow-mo action here. Flurry by the champion. You notice that the challenger, Cowdell, is very well protected. He's got his arms up close to his head. He's not getting hit flush. He got hit with one punch there, but it was a long punch and there was no power in it. He's very clever, is Cowdell, and what he's trying to do here is frustrate Sanchez and try to make him miss.
So we come to round 3 now. Pat Cowdell and Salvador Sanchez. Sanchez having things pretty much his own way through the first 2 rounds.
That second round, Sanchez was able to daze Cowdell for temporarily, and now, even in the third round, I think he's already figured out the best strategy for this young man.
Sanchez calls himself an intelligent boxer, and he doesn't say that in an egotistical way. He says, you know what I'm doing in there, and he has shown that so far tonight through 2 rounds and 1 minute of another round. Castillo, who fought Sanchez and fought him a pretty good fight to the point that Castillo figures he won the fight, says that Sanchez can be hit, and as reason for that, he says all you have to do is look at his nose, which goes from ear to ear. Sanchez counters quickly and says that nose is hereditary.
Well, some of the champions have life in the nose. Cowdell, his style is giving Sanchez a bit of a problem, because he's down a little crouch. It's like a peekaboo style, has a very stiff left jab. And now Sanchez is backing away, trying to lure his man in.
Good job, brother.
Sanchez continuing to pound away at Cowdell. Either man is marked, a little reddening in the face of the challenger, Cowdell.
Those body punches by Sanchez are going to slow Cowdell down. And the punch that Sanchez is really trying to set his man up for is that overhand right.
Good job, brother. Good job, sir.
Sanchez clearly in control, pound down with the right hand to the top of the head of Cowdell.
Good job, bud.
There's a left hand that does score to the right side of the face of the challenger.
Cowdell comes in with that and constantly drops that left hand. But fortunately, his shoulder protects his chin.
Well, Well, so far Cowdell is pretty much what we expected, and that is not a great deal of offense, but game certainly taking the best that Sanchez has thrown so far. Sanchez, for a guy his size, very heavy-handed puncher. You can really hear every one of his punches, and the round three.
There's Salvador Sanchez. Really good fighters can fight both ways. Larry Holmes, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, they can counter-punch if the other fighter is aggressive, and they can take the lead if the other fighter wants to flee from them.